I tell them the story, you know, like, well, you know, did my brother's funeral here, and I got married, and I'm having a baby, so I'm kind of like coming back just for like good juju, you know, for his birth and stuff like that. And they just got it, you know, they're way into thinking like that, you know what I mean? So they just totally got it. We were trying to figure out a place to tattoo, you know? They told them what I was doing and asked them if it was okay if I tattooed at the temple. They really dug the intention of what we were doing, you know, like, you know, they were just dumbfounded, like, why would you come here and tattoo us for free? You know, now the temple would only literally fit a few people in there, but we would do like a puja every morning, like build an altar, donate, you know, fruit to the sadhus, the Brahmin priests that are monastic, you know. My friend Vinny that I was telling you about made a big flower mandala, but we decorated the whole temple with flowers and marigolds and stuff, and it was really beautiful, you know, it was like really magical. So I just drew up this piece of flash, like, you know, any of these 7 designs for free, you know, wrote it out in Hindi, like that there was no charge. It was only symbols, it was like religious symbols. So there was a Tibetan Om, a Hindu Om, a Buddhist Om, a cross, and a swastika with the swastikas over there usually have 4 dots in them, one for each element. And it's funny because I did tons of crosses and I didn't do one swastika, which I thought was kind of unusual, you know, but they're like, you know, since World War II, you know, we don't really push the swastika so much. Like, it's all over our religious artwork, it's all over our buildings and our clothes, but at the same time they get that it, you know, kind of hurts people's feelings in a way, you know, which I thought was pretty cool. You know, there was probably like 50 guys hanging out, and everybody's like, oh, me first, you know? So we were basically trying to figure out, how are we gonna do this, and are we gonna give them tickets? So my friend Little Mary was really good. She had a great idea. She's like, just take a Sharpie and just draw like a number on them and sign it. So I would basically just like write number 1, cross, and sign it. You know, number 2, Om, sign it. You know, Dustin, my apprentice, was just on point. You know, he was like right there next to me, handing me a clean setup as soon as I take a smoke break every 4 or 5 or whatever, but we worked pretty labor intensively, you know, because it was like we were tattooing under the light of day, you know.
Were you the only guy tattooing?
Yeah. You know, it'd go into the night, you know, I had a headlamp on, and, you know, so we only had a little bit after dark to do it before they had to do the closing ceremony and lock the doors and stuff. You know, then we'd go in back and smoke hash with the priests and stuff. It was really awesome. A really sweet thing was when I was there the first time, I met these 2 really cool kids. It was Raj and Raju, they're brothers. So Raj wanted to be the first one. He's like, Freddie, can I be the first one to get, you know, of course. So of course, and just perfect for India because no rules apply. You know, I had the 7 that you could only get, but at the bottom there was like a little pyramid with an eye, and he wanted that. So the first thing I did was break the rules of like only getting the 7, and then everybody was like, well, can I? And it was just like, no, only Raj. So I tattooed a cross on his younger brother's neck, and it looked pretty cool, you know. I mean, it was like on his neck, you know, he's like 16 years old now. And my cutoff point was 15 years old. So there was a lot of kids that were wanting to get tattooed, you know, and I'd say, I can't tattoo you, you know, your parents will get mad, you know. I have no parents, I am alone in the world, you know, they give you this shtick. You know, half the time it was true, maybe, I don't know. There was a deaf kid named Raul. He was deaf and dumb. And he obviously couldn't speak or hear. And the older guys would kind of let him hang around. But you'd see other guys kind of fucking with him a little bit, you know, like teasing them and stuff. He was, you know, young. So he kept saying, I want to get tattooed, you know, and I was just like, no. And so after the first night, I went to dinner with Dustin and Vinny. And they fortunately, they brought it to my attention. They said, you know, this poor kid is already missing out on so much in life, like not being able to hear or speak. You know, other people are mocking him and teasing him and stuff. This is just like one more cool thing that's like coming through town that he doesn't get to participate in, you know? And I immediately wanted to tattoo him, you know, but I'm like, he's so young, you know what I mean? Like I know he was 11. I got Raul, the 11-year-old, tattooed, and he got an S and an I with 2 periods after him. You know, still to this day, nobody knows what that stands for. So I said, okay, we'll go to your house. I'll tattoo you and Raj again. I'll tattoo Sunny. You know, he's like, maybe my mom wants to get tattooed, you know. I started getting nervous as we were going to the house because I'm like, I'm gonna meet his mom. And I just tattooed her like kid's neck, you know what I mean? So I'm like, was it okay with your mom, you know, that you guys got tattooed? Oh no, yeah, it's totally cool, it's totally cool. I don't know if they're just telling me that because they want to get me there, you know, if it's really cool or whatever. So we show up at the house, and I said, the first thing I said after nice to meet you was like, you know, I really hope it's okay that I tattooed your son's necks. And she was like, oh, we're Christians. You know, I was like, oh, killer, okay. Like, no problem.